Attention, a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Hold up.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated. New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
I'm fixing this a little bit.
Attention, a new special weather statement has been issued.
Alright, that should be good. What the heck? Alright, we'll get started in 1 second. Why is that not... What is going on with my setup? Oh, that should be good, okay. One second.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated. Attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Weird. Sorry, my layout got a little messed up, guys. We'll get started in a second. There's a lot going on. Clearly. All right. Yeah, big mess of warnings out here. This is like the sloppiest. This should not look like this. Does anyone else agree with me that this should not look like this? Like, what is going on here? Why is there 8 overlapping warnings right here? Am I crazy? What is going on here? There's no... This is ridiculous. Sorry. What's going on? Sorry, I probably just broke some people's ears. This doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. I don't even know what to make of this. So let's take a look at, let's just go and take a look at our alerts. Manitoba. All our tornado warnings are in Manitoba. There is a tornado warning in Missouri. So let's take a look at that. This should be on velocity. I don't see anything here. Not impossible. Let's go to CC.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning.
I don't see anything there. Destructive thunderstorm warning. New tornado warning.
New considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
New tornado warning. Let's check this one. Again, don't see a clear couplet down here. This is Missouri. Don't see a clear couplet down here.
Attention, a new radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
So, I mean, take shelter if you're out here in Rogersville. Tough to really tell, though. Let's take a look. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Highlandville moving north at 10 miles per
Special
hour.
weather statement has been issued.
Let's slow this down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there's just not much here. But I'd say Rogersville, anyone out ahead of this, take shelter just in case. Same up here, Fairgrove, Buffalo, Missouri. Not seeing much, though. Let's get back up here. We should have a destructive thunderstorm up here. Tor possible, destructive. Here we go. Struel. 70 mile per hour radar indicated winds, almost 3-inch hail. Almost 3-inch hail. So, you guys can kind of see this bow echo forming on the satellite. Check this out. Look at that bow echo forming on the satellite. Pretty crazy. Here's what's happening. You've got your jet stream. You've got a surface low, shortwave initiating off the jet stream. You have a kind of 2 upper level lows here that are spinning, and you're getting kind of pressure squeezed in between here. So you're going to have a lot of very close isobars. So this is going to allow storms that initiate off this forcing and off of this shortwave to sustain through the Dakotas up into southern Manitoba. So just imagine you've got this pushing all of this air this way, and this low squeezing all of this air this way, and you have a lot of instability in between, and that's going to make those storms shoot up into the upper atmosphere, and they're going to be able to sustain for a long period of time. So that's what we're looking at right here. A couple features coming together. You've got strong southwesterly flow with the shortwave initiating off of it, and you have your low pressures out here causing a kind of a pressure squeeze. So you can see this on the satellite as well. Everything's coming together right into here. And that's why we have... Oh, wow, I circled that almost perfectly.
Attention,
Look.
a new flash flood warning has been issued.
I circled that almost perfectly. But it's easy to see on the satellite. That's the area that's getting squeezed right there. Should you take shelter in Mott? Where's Mott? Mott. There it is. I mean, you're good right now. You got some strong winds headed your direction. But again, you are in this elevated 4 out of 5 SIG 2, meaning 90, 100 plus mile per hour winds are possible, gusts. So stay weather aware right now, but you're not in any immediate danger. The storm heading towards you, 60 mile per hour winds. Let's take a look at some of the actual readings out of here. We're not going to get any good readings. The satellites out, or the radars out here suck, unfortunately. We are seeing readings of 70 to 80 mile per hour winds down here just out to the west of Struel and Bison, South Dakota, though. But yeah, that's what's happening. We're getting squeezed out here. Another way we could look at this is, let's do this. Let me switch over to this. Let me see if I can actually take a look. Let's go to observations, HRRR, and let's actually take a look. Let me see if I can get our live isobars. Let's see. Can I see, please? Should we take a look at what our current SIGTORs are? Let's take a live sounding out of Manitoba. Live sounding out of Manitoba, Canada. Nice. Nice photograph. Absolutely incredible instability for Manitoba. Hazard type tornado. 189 SRH. Not a ton of low level shear, but not too bad. 18 to 33 knots. Let's take it out of here as well. Again, pretty impressive for Manitoba. Okay, so that was Saskatchewan, whatever. Let's see. I'm trying to see if it'll allow me to see our. Here we go. So there we go. So as you can see, and this isn't actually showing it. There's a low pressure out here. There's a low spinning here. You have a short wave. You have some low pressures here down at the surface. Actually, I'm dumb. It's not showing these because these are upper level lows, and we're looking at the surface. So you've got your short waves here, surface lows. You've got upper level lows out here to the east that are rotating and pulling instability up to the north, and they're colliding in between here. Not only that, but you can see you're going to have forcing along this baroclinic boundary here. Hot, cold. You don't want to be in between those, especially when you have a short wave trough interacting with this. Let's go to our 500 millibar. We'll be able to see our lows. There it is. There's another low right there, and then our low to the south is somewhere. We should have one. There should be one like down here. So let's go back up. Let's take a look at our dew points as well. There's your convergence. Theta E, we're cranking up here. 364. So this is extremely unstable air. Again, theta E takes into account humidity and temperature. So the higher the heat and the higher the dew points, the higher the theta E. Anything over 350 is very unstable, and this is all over 350, especially this area up here. But all of this, look at that. We're getting pressure squeezed right here. Look how close our isobars are together. Look how close these are together. Right through here. And they're close out here, but we don't have instability out here. So we're looking at the area where we have isobars that are they're very far apart out here, where we have instability being fed to the north, lots of humidity, lots of heat, and we have close isobars. Here's our current wind gusts. Let's actually go to real-time mesoscale analysis and look at current wind gusts. Look at this. We're talking 80 to 90 mile per hour wind gusts potentially out here in southwestern North Dakota and northwestern South Dakota. So let's get back. I'll keep this on the MRMS. We've got multiple tornado warnings up here in Canada. The reason I'm not really focusing on this is because, and not to be mean, but like there are some towns up here, but this is a very, very sparsely populated area. The majority of these, 95% of these tornado warnings have no one living in them. There's a little city up here. And also the radar up here is very bad, so it's actually hard to see. It's hard to see what's actually happening. There's definitely a couplet in here, though, so Valley River area needs to be careful for the and then Duck Bay for the 18 people who live in those two cities combined. But, yeah, luckily those are kind of out of the way. There's some towns in there, unfortunately, but... Anyways, we're going to keep this down here. There's a lot to talk about. Again, these warnings are so ridiculous and on top of each other. This is a dangerous storm right here. 3-inch hail, 70 mile per hour winds. Let's go back, and I want to take some people's questions. Again, here's what we're looking at. Our two features coming together.
Attention, a new special weather statement has been issued.
So we'll pay attention to what's going on down here. This is the main storm I'm worried about, so let's keep our focus down here for a second. How's Florida? Should I go take a look at Florida? Let's see. How's Florida?
Attention, a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning.
Florida's looking pretty good. No storms over Florida currently. Some storms moving through Cape Coral. Other than that, pretty boring. Some strong storms moving through the Springfield area. Although I was looking at these earlier, and there's 2 tornado warnings down there, and not really seeing much on the radar that I'm overly concerned about. They're radar indicated tornado warnings. So that's what's going on with that. Philly Wednesday to Friday. Yeah, you know, let's go to our outlooks. Monday, Tuesday.
Attention, a new special weather statement has been issued.
By the way, look at our Tuesday. 45%. Wednesday, we already have it enhanced. This could go moderate. This could go high as well.
New information.
This could be an absolutely insane day. From northern Missouri through Iowa for portions of Illinois, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. So this could be an absolutely insane day, potentially. We get into Thursday, and then we have nothing obviously out here for our day 6, day 7, day 8. But it's possible we get something. You take a look at the latest GFS.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
All right, I'm going to cut this off for a second. Yeah, let's take a look at our upper air pattern. I don't really think much is going to... I don't really think this is heading towards the East Coast. Absolutely insane. Look, I haven't... Oh, let me look at the 18Z. Okay. Look at the 18Z. Significant shortwaves through here on Tuesday. Oh my goodness. This is Wednesday across the upper Midwest. Now, I'm not seeing shortwaves develop, but hold up. Oh, yes, I am. They're a little bit further to the north. They're right here. Right in here. And then some behind as well. Late at night. Nocturnal threat maybe for Minneapolis late at night. Based off of... Oh my gosh. Look at Thursday. Thursday looking wild through this region. Let me go to the 850 as well. Cranking through here on Tuesday. Pretty wild look up here on Wednesday. And then absolutely going crazy in this area on Thursday. Wow. But does this make it out to the coast? It doesn't look like it does. Not in my opinion. You could have some inner New England severe weather potentially, but you could get some interesting stuff out here. You could get some. I don't think it would be that intense though. See some shortwaves developing, but if anything, this looks a little bit crazier. So, Sunday. There's your 850. There's your 500. Maybe Sunday. Up and down the East Coast. All right. Dickinson, North Dakota. All right, let's take a look what's going on out here. Dickinson is looking pretty good. I mean, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts with these storms out here, so you want to be inside. As long as you're inside, you'll be all right. Some large hail possible, 1 to 2 inch hail. Destructive thunderstorm down here to the south. I think they just put it down to considerable damage thunderstorm out to the west of Bison. Unfortunately, there's just not good radars up in North Dakota, so it's actually really hard to see what's going on. These are all torpors. So there's rotation in these. A little bit of rotation in this cell here heading up towards Killdeer. Although I can see why they don't have a tornado warning there just yet. Some couplets through here out to the southwest of New England, North Dakota. Obviously significant winds. 70, 80 mile per hour velocity showing up on the radar. Up here just to the west of Struhl and Bison, South Dakota. You can see we got some towering thunderstorms. This is our upper water vapor radar. So where you see these dark greens, these are clouds. This is water extending high up into the atmosphere. So some pretty high cloud tops up here. If we were to look at that, what does that look like on the radar? Let's zoom into that. There you go. It's this. And it's probably a lot darker pinks than what we're seeing because we just don't have a good radar. You can see these areas on the satellite as well. Definitely beginning to boom out to the southwest of Dickinson, Mott, Lemon. We have to watch these pretty closely. This area here. Like I said, you can kind of see this bow echo on the satellite right here. Look at that. You can see the shadow. You can literally see the cloud shadow. Crazy stuff. All right, let's pay attention to these. Yep, I'm using Weatherfront right now. Thanks, Bridget. Okay, Bettendorf, Iowa. Bettendorf, Iowa. Well, there's not much going on in Bettendorf. There's not much going on in Iowa in general. You know what I just realized? Does Weatherfront have a search function for like cities? Is that something that it doesn't have? I just realized that. I haven't been searching up cities at all, but... No, I was looking pretty good. Listen, I don't know what's going on out there. Storm's heading towards Hawaii. I do know that Tropical Storm Amanda is falling apart. I think it's actually a tropical depression now, so you guys don't have to worry about that. We are watching some craziness going on up here in the Dakotas. 45% SIG-2 wind risk, and you guys are going to get a round 2 up here on Tuesday. Look at this. I think this day could go high. I think we could get a high risk as well on Wednesday, possibly. Not saying we're gonna, but we could. I think we could end up with a moderate. Thursday is my thoughts. Crazy stuff. Oh, spin down to a remnant low tonight. Yeah, it's not doing good. High risk Wednesday. Yeah, potentially. I mean, I could see it happening. I could see this becoming high risk. Actually, I could see it becoming a high risk up here. Like this region right here. When's the last time we had a high risk in the upper Midwest? I think Matt said like 8 years ago. Does anyone know? Quite a while ago, right? I think so.
Thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Potential tornadoes. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of tornado warnings up in Manitoba right now, but I mean, this whole, there's not much up here. I don't know much about Manitoba, but this whole area up here is in a tornado warning. The notes on it are very short as well, just because it's not a very populated area.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Look at these chasers up here in Canada. All right. I'm going to keep watching what's going on down here in North and South Dakota because these storms are looking spicy. This one right here is packing some wind, I'm telling you. 70, 80 mile per hour wind gusts down here. Whoa. There we go. Let me actually show you guys what we could see going through the night. Let me pull up a model.
Attention, a new special weather statement.
Let me pull up the latest HRRR to show you what we could be working with here in a little bit.
Attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Yeah, let me show you what we could be working with here in a little bit. So here is the latest HRRR 23Z. Here we go. Here's where we're at right now. We're actually a little bit later than this, about an hour later. Storm's expected to continue to push off to the north and east. Could even get another kind of bow echo setup out here, out towards Bismarck. And then some, maybe an interesting morning threat up there in northwestern Minnesota. Let me show you the 18Z, what we're watching tomorrow. Potentially some severe storms down here, pushing through Nebraska, out towards Kansas City, according to the latest HRRR. We go to the Rufus 18Z. Let's look at Tuesday, because this is when things get spicy. Here's Tuesday on the Rufus. Absolute insanity up here in southwestern Manitoba. Significant MCS, probably the potential for some strong tornadoes and significant, very large hail, strong winds. But you also have some really intense supercells through this region on the latest Rufus on Tuesday. And then you have an insane MCS forming from eastern Manitoba down through northwestern Minnesota and then through portions of South Dakota. All right. We get into late Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Central to northern Minnesota's seeing some strong supercell potential. Even out there towards Duluth. And then we push out. Now, this is when stuff gets very interesting. On Wednesday. I don't buy the Rufus at all. This is very, very weird. You start to see some intense supercells around Minneapolis. North central Wisconsin, and then you see some more developing out here throughout the day. This is kind of weird. This is kind of a weird setup, but look at this. This would be an extremely intense day. I think these are kind of in the wrong location, based off at least where our jet stream's showing up on other models. I don't really know what the Rufus is seeing here, but I guess we'll see.
New information.
I'd suspect all this stuff to be a little bit further back to the west. I guess we'll see. I'll have an update tomorrow morning, and I'll talk about it. I'll put out a video. What was that for? All right, that tornado warning was that for Canada? Probably. I think that was for observed tornado. Nope, that was for east. That was for Missouri. Here you go. There it is. There's the couplet right there. Headed to the northeast. How fast are we moving? Headed to the northeast at 20 miles per hour. So this is heading up towards Fordland, Diggins, Seymour. Take shelter immediately. Lowest level in your home. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Get away from windows. Get in a storm shelter if you can, or get in a basement if you can. There it is. There's your inflow. Your tornado is going to be right about there. Let's see if we have anything. There it is, right there. Tornado clear as day. There's your CC drop. So this is your debris field from the tornado. It may have just passed right over Sparta. It's moving to the northeast again towards Diggins, Seymour, and Fordland. This is Missouri. All right. Here it is right here. This is what we're looking at. This is the tornado on the ground in Missouri. Fordland, Diggins, Seymour, surrounding area. Let me actually circle that again so we can see it on the radar. There it is right there. Still in that 5% tornado risk down here, as you can see. All right. That's what the warning was for. All right, we're going to go back up here for a little bit.
Attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Bismarck, North Dakota. Yeah, tomorrow for Missouri. Not expecting much. Let's take a look at tomorrow. Categorical risk for southeastern Missouri. No tornado threat. Slight. I mean, not even a slight. 5% risk, wind risk. So, not too much to worry about. Keep your alerts on just in case, but not looking too bad tomorrow out there in Missouri. Yeah, I mean, it could get a little spicy near Minneapolis on Wednesday, Ethan, but there'll be a lot of people covering it. So just pay attention. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You should have plenty, in this very rare chance that something's heading your way, you should have plenty of reaction time. Marissa, Bo, Kristen, KJ, Marcus, I appreciate you guys. What's going on, Ty?
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
60 mile per hour, 70, 70, 70, 70. Nothing too crazy right now. We do still have some considerable damage throughout thunderstorms. Now we got some stuff going on down here in Nebraska, western Nebraska. 70 mile per hour radar indicated winds with some hail, close to an inch, 3/4 inch hail, out to the west of Hyannis, something like that. Nebraska. I love looking at the satellite when these storms are developing. You can see these storms really firing off right through here, guys. You can see these clouds bubbling up into the upper atmosphere. Right there. A little bit of a bow echo here as well. Some significant development up here. Let's take a look what's going on up there with the radar. Yeah, a lot going on up here. Northwestern North Dakota. 70 mile per hour radar indicated winds, 2-inch hail up here. Considerable damage threat.
New information.
Hearing
This
thunder right now,
severe thunderstorm warning
Williamsburg's VA. There's not much going on out there. Oh yeah, there's a little tiny cell about to move through there. Interesting. Yeah, let me actually pull up the little bit of rotation in it too. But you should be good. You should be good. There's not that thing's not going to drop a tornado. Very unlikely. But there is a little bit of a couplet trying to form. You guys will be good. Heavy downpours, maybe a small hail can move through Williamsburg, Virginia. How does Sparta, Missouri look? I'm just realizing now that Weatherfront doesn't have a search feature for cities. Where's Sparta? Where's it near? I've actually covered Sparta before. I shouldn't actually. I feel like know where Sparta is, but. Northeast, northwest, central, south, central, southwest, southeast. Yeah, I've covered storms moving through Sparta before. East of Ozark, Missouri. Why would I know where Ozark, Missouri is? I don't live in Missouri. All right, really quickly, let me cover. That didn't help. We still have an observed tornado warning, guys, down in Ozark is south of Springfield. Oh, okay. oh, I see. Sparta. There it is. That's why I know Sparta, because it's so close to Springfield. Yeah, well, this is what we were about to cover. I was about to cover this again really quickly. Let's cover that. We have an observed tornado warning down here. Let's get back into it. Let's get back to our velocity radar. Here it is. Here's the couplet. Right here. Let's see if we still have anything on the CC drop. We did before. This is going to be it right here. That's it right there. Moving to the northeast, I believe, is at 20 miles per hour. So here's your couplet. Looks like it might be trying to pick up. Probably not the most intense tornado, but you should take shelter if you're out ahead of this. Again, Fordland, Diggins, Seymour. You should take shelter if you're out ahead of this. Still right there.
Considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So take shelter if you're out ahead of this. This tornado was observed. Was observed. All right. Let's continue to cover what's happening up here. I knew Sparta sounded familiar.
Attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
What's going on? Let's see. Nothing crazy right now. Considerable damage. Thunderstorms, a lot of them. I mean, there's a lot of strong winds out here in western North Dakota, but we don't have any destructive thunderstorm warnings right now, luckily. You know, this was looking like we could get, there's still, I think, derecho potential out here. As these storms continue to fire off, we may get kind of a connection between them, and what we call a mesoscale convective system, MCS, could form. A gigantic bow echo with a large line of 100+ mile per hour winds, which is pretty much a derecho. So I think that's the concern today. And if it does, you can kind of see the area that this SIG-2 area that the Storm Prediction Center is most concerned about. That area right here. If you're inside this blue, I would say though this area down here in southwestern North Dakota, and eastern Montana, you know, if we're going to get a derecho form, it's going to be out here, out to the east. As some of these storms move over you back here, you're looking much better. You're losing some of that instability. Let's check the radar back here.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
What a absolute mess of severe thunderstorm warnings.
Attention, a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Sheridan, Wyoming, 70 mile per hour winds. Considerable damage, severe thunderstorm warning. I think this was just extending, or extended. I think it's this one right here. Like, what is this warning for? Jeez, Bo, I appreciate that.
Special weather statement has been issued.
Thank you, Bo. I've definitely not seen that one. I hate covering severe weather with bad radars. Look how sloppy the radar is. There's just no radar towers close enough to this region. There right now, they keep on turning on the sirens and turning them off. It's kind of confused. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, let me take a look back down there again. They still have it labeled as observed. Here we go. And we'll take a look. It's disappeared off the CC drop, which is really good. It's starting to get a little bit messy. There it is. No longer, you can't really see a CC drop for it anymore. If we go take a look at CCC, it's gone. So that's good. I think the tornado's lifting, but there's still rotation, localized rotation here. So Fordland, Dickinson, Seymour, I'd still say to, even Rogersville, I'd say to be in a safe spot for a little bit longer. Yeah, definitely for a little bit longer. Here's these two features combining. There's your jet stream. Right there. Shortwave ejecting. Upper level low, upper level low. And pressure squeeze right through here. Again, that's why we're the potential for long sustained damaging winds, including a derecho, is possible right through this region. Right through there. These features are squishing together, guys. It's that simple. They're squishing together. Significant pressure drop in here. And on top of that, like I showed earlier, if I quickly go to our RTMA, real-time mesoscale analysis, you've got a dry line out here, which is causing significant forcing. A little bit of a diffuse dry line, but you've also got Bear Clinic boundary with your temperatures. So lots of forcing for storms here. And on top of that, you have your squeeze, your pressure squeeze through here. Pretty good setup. Pretty good setup for a potential derecho. We'll see. We'll see. Isn't this beautiful? Incredible. You can literally see the shadows from the clouds.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Yeah, guys. I update my Discord every day with the latest on severe weather, tropical weather, earthing. I mean,
attention, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been
here it is. Some updates today I put in the Discord in the hurricane or tropical weather section. Look, the Euro is showing a bunch of tropical development potentially heading into late next week in the Gulf. So, highlighted that. Temperatures, we're getting a big cool down. Central Plains, Northern Plains, Midwest, portion of the Midwest. Look at this big cool down coming from the middle of June. Rainfall wise, over the next couple of weeks, there you go. Pretty dry in the Northwest. Updated severe risk zones every single day. Drought monitor. What's going on with volcanoes? Earthquake updates every day. Where did we see earthquakes in the U.S. and around the country? What's our MJO looking like? Enzo updates. What's going on with our Enzo? We are skyrocketing to a strong super El Nino. Water temperatures in the Gulf. Winter storm updates, although there's nothing going on now that we're out of winter. CSU, Colorado State University. When it comes to severe weather, look at this. For Wednesday. But yeah, my Discord's completely free. This stuff's updated all day. Lots of people in here posting weather photos. This is a sick photo. Weather talk, general chat, announcements every day when I'm going live, videos. And it's completely free. It costs me money to keep going. And every time there's a tornado warning, look at this. Let's see. Let's go back down all the way to the bottom. Jump to present. When was the last tornado warning issued? 8:11 Central Time. It was posted in my Discord 8:11 Central Time because the Discord's connected directly with the NWS. Severe thunderstorm warnings, PDS alerts, flood warnings. As soon as anything happens, it goes right into my Discord. SBC updates, space weather updates, It's all in here. Weather links. Any link you ever want to know. If you want to know anything about weather, all the links are in here. Just add Connor's Climate Corner on Discord. Or you can go to any video on my YouTube page and just go into the description and click the link, and you'll join for free. I put a lot of work into it, so I want people to join it. All right, tons of alerts up here. Let's see if we have anything significant going on. Lots of tornado warnings. Saskatchewan, Manitoba. We're still watching that. Okay, they dropped it from an observed tornado warning to a radar indicated tornado warning in Missouri, which is, I think, correct because it looked like that tornado lifted. South Manitoba, though, there is some stuff going on down here. So, let's see. Does it look like we have a couplet down here? Oh my gosh, the radars up here just aren't doing it for me. Could be. Either this or this. I mean, the radar's crap, but either that or that. Let's see if we can see it here. The higher up in latitude you get, the quicker storms move, because you have to remember the equator moves slower than the closer you get to the north and south poles. That part of the earth doesn't have to rotate as much to complete an entire cycle. So it's naturally moving faster. Weather moves faster near the poles than it does near the equator. So storms up in Canada, look at these things. They be flying. They be absolutely booking it. Look, compared to even down in the Dakotas. Look how slow these move. And then you go up here.
Attention, a new severe thunderstorm
Booking it.
warning has been issued.
That's why storms down in Oklahoma, down in the southern plains, can look like they're moving so slow. It's because closer you get to the equator, slower storms typically move. Oh, wait. Yeah! Ride 'em, cowboy. Thanks for the cowboy hat, y'all. I totally missed that. Bo, I appreciate you. Distraction, but did you know there was a show that dedicated an entire episode on the hurricane hunters and showed them flying into Leslie in 2012? What the heck? I want to watch that. I could just sit on this satellite. If I wasn't actually covering the weather and trying to like keep people updated, I would probably just sit on this view right now and watch these storms, watch these systems converge. Upper level low, shortwave, jet stream. I would watch these systems converge. Like, it's so beautiful. Look. Here comes, look at that. How crazy is that? That is insane. Here it comes. Chicago, you're about to be in darkness. This guy don't read the chat. Well, apparently I do. That shadow's crazy. Isn't that really cool? You can actually see the sun setting. Isn't that really cool? Wild. Yeah. Lots of considerable damage to that severe thunderstorm warnings, but nothing destructive currently. We do have some radar indicated tornado warnings still down in Missouri, but neither of these look... Actually, this one's starting to look more concerning again. Right here, this looks like it's actually trying to wrap back up. So, Conway, Phillipsburg, be careful. Pay attention to this thing. Let's see if we see anything on... No CC drop, which is good. Probably not a tornado on the ground, but you can see on the velocity that we're starting to get a little bit of a notch, and you have a little bit of a couplet right there. Right there. So, let's be careful out here. Phillipsburg, Lebanon, Missouri, and the surrounding areas. Conway. and the surrounding areas. Let's go back down here and take a look at this one. Not much going on out here. Messy. Fell apart. Portland Diggins. Still stay weather aware until this tornado warning has completely lifted. Nice little squall line forming right here, moving east towards Golden Valley, partial, Rose Glen. Some nice velocities up here, down here as well. Let me see. Yeah, picking up 70+ mile per hour gusts down here around Lodgepole, Hettinger, Lemon. Whoa! Yali, what the heck? League. Okay, Yali. Okay, Yali. I appreciate that, Yali. W Yali in chat. Well, listen, to be fair, Yali, it's been a very, very, very slow severe weather and tornado season, so I also haven't been streaming much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Yali.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Typically on like a slow day, I would be like, wow, like a 70 mile per hour considerable damage threat, severe thunderstorm warning. But like this is it, these are all 70 mile per hour gusts through here. So anyone in, I don't want to like, I feel like I'm downplaying this. Anyone in, and you guys can actually see this moved east. Anyone in western North Dakota, there's a chance you get some strong gusts that could knock your power out, try to blow a tree over. I'm kind of only downplaying this because I'm more curious, are we going to get these 90, 100+ mile per hour wind? Are we going to get, derecho conditions out here? Ooh, a little bit of a surface low forming up here. Look at this. Look at this rotation up here. Look at this broad rotation. Interesting. We could get something spun off the tail of this. Yeah, this is actually what I'm watching right now. New tornado watch updated. All right, let's look. Let's pull up our watches real quick.
Attention, a new tornado watch has been issued.
In our discussions. All right, so everyone up here is in a tornado watch. Everyone up here is in a tornado watch. We don't have a mesoscale discussion up here.
A new considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, let me mute this for a second just because they're flying in. All right, tornado watch down here for southwestern Missouri, south central, south. Oh, there we go. It just changed. Still a tornado watch down here from Branson up to Lebanon, right to the east of Springfield. And then severe thunder. I think this is a severe thunderstorm watch still up here. 70. So this is interesting. Chance of 75+ mile per hour winds, 90%. If you are out in this region, the SBC is saying there's a 90% chance that there will be 75+ hurricane force gusts. There's a 90% chance there'll be hurricane force gusts within 25 miles of any location in this area I just circled. I mean, they have it out here too, but I think it's much more likely out in this region. If you are in this circled area out here, according to the Storm Prediction Center, 90% chance there'll be a hurricane force gusts or greater within any location in this region, within 25 miles of any location in this region. So that's how it works when you get a percentage. It just means if this is like a 5% tornado risk zone, it'd be from anywhere in the zone. I pick a random spot, I'll pick there. That would be, there's a 5% chance there's a tornado within 25 miles of that location. So that's high. That is a high percentage, 90%. But that doesn't mean there's a 90% chance you are going to see 70 to to 80 plus mile per hour winds in this area. Just that they could be within 25 miles of your location. Hopefully not over your location. Very, very high. Almost 50% chance of 2-inch plus hail for anyone in this area too. EF2 plus tornado, 10%. 10% chance you could see an EF2 plus tornado out here too. Did they upgrade the tornado threat out here? Interesting. Still, they didn't even SIG it. I'm interesting. This isn't even SIG'd. So it's interesting that they're saying that there could be an EF2 plus tornado out here. They don't have a SIG on it right now, but still a pretty decent chance for another touchdown out here in Missouri of a tornado, and then 60 plus mile per hour winds, about a 40% chance. Yeah, you know, it's a lot going on up in Canada. The issue is there's just not great radars up there, especially in this area. So the radars are super sloppy. I mean, you got tornado warnings up here. I mean, but the population in this region is probably like, I mean, even there's barely anything to read on this as well. Some interesting stuff happening in South Manitoba, though. Alida. Tornado warning in here. Again, though, you look at the radar, you can't even really see a couplet in here. I mean, it looks like could have a couplet right down here moving to the northeast towards Alida, Manitoba. Really tough to tell, though. I really wonder how they track, because they're working with the same radars. It's got to be tough for these chasers chasing up here in Canada. Some significant winds, though, up here to the north of Valley River, Manitoba. Look at this. This could be a couplet as well. This could actually be a tornado. Yeah, it realistically could. This could as well. Let's look at the velocity. Really tough to see these things on radar. A little bit of rotation right in here. Tornado warning right here. You can kind of see the inflow here. Yeah, a little bit of a couplet. I think the couplet's right here. CC drop, potentially. So. Really tough, though. All right, let me turn up the watches real quick. And let's get back down and see what's happening. There we go. See, now you can actually see this starting to connect. Look at this. Look at this squall line. Look, this was an hour ago. Watch this area here. This was an hour ago. Look at that develop. This is what I'm concerned about, producing some sort of derecho. You're actually getting your MCS forming now. This southern mode is connecting. Southern mode is connected with the northern mode. That's looking impressive. Very impressive. Tsunami threat. I think I would have that on. Let's see. Do they have tsunami threats on here? Rip current, beach hazards. There are no alerts in Hawaii currently. Oh, None. Actually, you know what does? Weather-wise. Let me check this out real quick. Let me check this out real quick. I believe they have a... Let's see. I could have sworn. Tsunami advisory. So there's a tsunami advisory for Guam. That's it. That's it. Chance for tropical development here. There it is. Nope, nothing else about tsunamis other than the advisory around Guam. It's not even a warning though; it's an advisory. There's probably an earthquake out here somewhere, and now they're throwing advisories around. But I think everyone's gonna be just all right. Yeah, I don't see a warning. Yeah, my stepmom's in Hawaii right now, actually. She's on a catamaran, I think, right now. Catamaran. Yeah, because what time is it in Hawaii? Like 4 p.m.? 5 p.m.? 4 p.m.? Anyone know what time it is in Hawaii? I'm going to guess 5. I might be wrong. Oh my gosh. 3? 3:30? I didn't realize it was that far behind. 5 hours? It's 5 hours behind Central Time? I thought it was only a few. Yep. I did have a good weekend, Pam. How about you? I had a great weekend. What did I do? B-dubs Friday night. Saturday, my wife finally used the spa gift card that I got her for Mother's Day. And she got like 3 hours of massages and facials. And I watched the kids all day. But it was nice. Went to the gym with them. Then we played outside in the front yard all day because it was sunny and 84 degrees, and we played in the water, we have like these little water blow up things we played in the front yard. And then today, yeah, more playing outside. It was a good weekend. The weather behaved. You're on a first name basis with the B-dubs employees. Yeah, they know like my blood type. It's more than a first name basis at this point. I have right now like 25,000 B-dubs points, which means I could buy like 1,000 wings and pay nothing. But that's after I've already spent a bunch. I've racked up hundreds of thousands of B-dubs points. I had to start spending them at one point because they were going to expire, or else if I didn't have to spend them, I could probably go to B-dubs for the next year straight and never spend money and just use B-dubs points. They have like B-dubs has like the best rewards program. If you go to B-dubs twice, you have like enough B-dubs points for an entire entree and an entire meal the third time you go. It's like you could literally eat free at B-dubs every third time you go. They give way too many points out for it. Some B-dubs let you use your points on alcohol too, but most just food. It's actually really, yeah. Flamin' rewards. Stack up those flamin' rewards. Appreciate you, Mel. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad she had a good day on yesterday. The only problem is she enjoyed the spa so much. She said, "I really should do this at least once a month." And I said, "Oh." 12 times a year? A lot of money. I don't know. Once a quarter. I think once a quarter sounds better. She said, the lady said, it's best if I get this facial once a month. Okay. That's what the lady said. Yeah, look at this line. Look at this MCS really starting to form. 70 miles. Again, for anyone out here, this whole region, SBC is highlighted as a 90. Was it 90 or 95? I think 90% chance of seeing winds 75 plus miles per hour, gusts 75 plus mile per hour. Doesn't mean you individually in this region have a chance of seeing those winds, or 90% chance of seeing those winds. It's from any location within 25 miles of any location in this area. There's a 90% chance of 75 plus mile per hour gusts. So these storms are packing wind. Luckily, not a ton of vorticity right now, meaning not the greatest chance for tornadoes, which is good. We'd rather straight line winds than tornadoes. But large hail possible with this as well. Also, for anyone who's more recently joining, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, buckle up, buttercups. If you're in the northern plains, upper Midwest, Midwest in general here, there's going to be some action. Let me fix my circle. We're going to get some action out here. I think we could end up one of these days or two of these days. I think we end up with the high risk, 5 out of 5. Could be the most significant severe weather risk potentially in a decade. Definitely of the year, 100%. Even if there's a downtrend, I think it's the most significant severe weather risk of the year for the northern plains, upper Midwest, and potentially this area of the Midwest as well. I'm wondering if we get the most significant risk since like 2018, though. We'll see. We'll see if we get an uptrend or a downtrend. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Holy fuck. Yeah, dude, it's moving. I don't know how you're having service issues. I've been rolling just fine.
Yeah. His feed was good. Florida? Let's take a look at what we're looking at. Let's take a look at what we're looking at with Florida. Let's take a look. Let's go to the latest Rufus. 18Z. Let's go to precipitation. Composite reflectivity. Here we go. All right. Florida. Looking beautiful throughout the night. Tomorrow. Looking very nice. Some storms in southwestern Florida. Overall looking very nice. We start to get some moisture moving in Tuesday. Some scattered thunderstorms. I know there's going to be a lot of... Look, South Florida really starts to pick up on Wednesday. I know, taking a look at the national blend of models, precipitation-wise. I was looking at this earlier. I think I brought it up on my video. National blend, total quantitative precipitation. All right. See, not much through next Wednesday, next Thursday. Well, yeah, get into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Look at that. Starts to get real wet down in Florida, central to southern Florida as we get into next weekend. Look at that, especially southern Florida and the Keys. This is our, let's look at a week through next Sunday. Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, eastern Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, most of Illinois, portions of the Ohio Valley here, a lot of rainfall. Especially as we get into late next week. Yeah, it's Florida, portions of the Midwest, Ohio Valley as we get into late next week. You guys are all getting soaked. Northern Plains as well. This is the big winner for precipitation here over the next 7 days. Actually, here we go. Oh, what do we got? 80 mile per hour, destructive damage threat, severe thunderstorm warning. Let me talk about this real quick. Here we go. All right, let's get into the details. Severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Mercer County and south central North Dakota, northwestern Morton County and south central North Dakota, southeastern Dunn County and southwestern North Dakota, north central Hettinger County and southwestern North Dakota, Stark County and southwestern North Dakota, until 9:15 p.m. Central Time. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line from 6 miles northeast of South Hart to 9 miles north of Motte, I think it's Motte, or along a line from 8 miles northwest of Dickinson to 36 miles southeast of Dickinson, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. Hazard, 80 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This just pushed through Dickinson. I know we had a viewer in Dickinson earlier.
New information.
They're getting smacked.
Thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Hey, Marie, what's going on? You live hour south of Tampa? Yeah, so you'll probably get that rainfall getting into next weekend. Most of that's going to be in South Florida, but your weather should be pretty nice other than a few scattered or isolated showers until you get into next weekend. Yeah, and then you have some tropical moisture pushing up there. By the way, Pam, the Euro sees the potential for tropical development in the Gulf late next week, but it's low confidence, so nothing really to worry about right now. But why all that rainfall is moving in? It is tropical moisture, tropical convection. So there's the possibility that rainfall that's coming to South Florida could try to spin up into tropical depression, tropical storm. There's not really a huge window for it to become a hurricane, so I'm not too worried about it. But it's going to be tropical moisture for sure. But yeah, it should be late in the week.
Attention, a new radar indicated
All right, destructive damage threat, severe thunderstorm warning here. Strong winds moving to the northeast to Dickinson, Richardton, Hebron, however you say it, Halliday, Golden Valley, Zap. Significant storm here. Let's take a look at the velocities in here. Yeah. We got some good pushing 70, 80 mile per hour.
Attention.
Let me take a look at this tornado warning over in Missouri as well, too. Still got a tornado warning down here.
Attention, a new special weather statement has been issued.
Ooh, right there. Right there. So just to the west of Phillipsburg. It's going to be to the west of Lebanon as well.
A new tornadic severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Right through here. Now, this does look like it lifted, which is good. But we could see it drop again. Let's take a look at the CC. There was probably a significant CC. Was there? No, actually, we didn't get a CC drop when that was spinning up on the velocity. This was pretty impressive. Right about here. Wow, you can really see it wrapping up on the radar as well. West of Phillipsburg, west of Lebanon, Missouri. Keep your alerts on. Pay attention, but that thing is lifted off the ground, and it's moving into a less favorable environment out here. So, yeah, should be good. Let's get back to our considerable damage threat thunderstorm. There we are. see those clouds really starting to explode here east of Dickinson, North Dakota. Yep, that's what we're watching right there. Probably some significant water vapor here too as well. Let's see. There it is. You can see our two systems really starting to squeeze now, upper level low. These are really starting to get close and squeeze. So pressure gradient is tightening. You've still got that temperature gradient out here. You've got a little bit of a diffuse dry line out to the west. Go to our real-time mesoscale analysis. Diffuse dry line here, so you still have that forcing out to the west. Very warm conditions. Very warm. God, we're almost 90 degrees up in North Dakota right now. At almost 9 p.m. Central Time. Are we mountain time or where is it? Is this the dividing line here? And then a little bit of a diffuse dry line here as well, as you can see. It's really farther out to the west. I don't think that the dry line's affecting it at all, but this is a little bit of a baroclinic boundary from our temperatures. Surface low there. You can see the surface low when we go back to the satellite. See it spinning. Me too, Pam. I went through the eye of Hurricane Wilma, Jean, and Francis. Hurricanes you have time to prepare for. Tornadoes are way more scary than hurricanes because you don't really have much time to prepare for tornadoes. You got time to plan and prepare for hurricanes. It's just like another Tuesday in Florida. Newtown, North Dakota. That's the one thing I realize Weatherfront doesn't have is a search feature, or do they? And maybe I haven't figured out how to use it. I wonder. Let me see. Huh. Yeah, exactly, Pam. These boundaries are going to run into each other in a second. You can see, let's go back to... Let me circle this. There's our MCS forming. I'm gonna go just back an hour now. Yeah, we'll just do an hour. Let me pull up otherwise in the background. Newtown, North Dakota. Yeah. Yep. Yep, considerable damage, severe thunderstorm warning for you guys. Some large hail possible too. I mean, you guys are losing some of that instability though because you got a lot of rain cooled air now. So I think the worst of this stuff is going to be out to your east now, Newtown. Or should be out to the east now. Can a derecho happen anywhere? Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. It's pretty difficult for it to, there's been derechos in Canada. There's been derechos on the East Coast. There's been derechos, obviously, in the central U.S. Pretty difficult out west. You really need some tightening up, like I said, like a pressure squeeze like we're getting with these two systems colliding. And a lot of forcing and instability. So it's pretty, I don't know if there's ever been derecho. I mean, there probably has. But it's really hard to get those out west. But just like it's hard to get like tornadoes and stuff out west. But yeah, they can happen anywhere. Yeah, people forget like Tornado Alley is like this is like severe weather central, where you get the most significant severe weather typically. It does include the Dakotas. This is pretty far north though.
Looks funny. Is that a buffalo? Big. Ooh, look at that.
Is that a buffalo? Oh, Lord. All right, I got to do some. I think I got to do some cleaning. My kids destroyed the house, so I'm probably going to get off, do some cleaning with my wife, and maybe get ready, get some stuff ready for work tomorrow. I think we know what's going on here. This could have been worse already. It's not as bad as it could have been. We do have a considerable damage threat thunderstorm right here, 80+ mile per hour winds. If we were going to get a derecho, I mean, we still could. Everyone out to the east of here, Linton through Bismarck, Washburn, whatever. I thought the other day I said, is this Minnow? And someone said no, and it's Minot? Someone help me here. Wait, hold up. I need to know. North Dakota. Minot. I was right. Minot. It just doesn't sound right, but I guess it is right. Yeah, everyone out here, central North Dakota, that's what I should have said. Keep your alerts on. Sleep with your alerts on. It is possible we do get a significant bow echo out here. 100+ mile per hour straight line winds. Tornado threat, not too high. 2%, not even SIG'd. If you do get a tornado, it's EF0, EF1 is most likely. Still a chance for some large hail, but again, it's the wind threat. It's this threat for a derecho tonight. That's the main threat that we're watching out here, central North Dakota. And then down here in Missouri, these storms are moving into a less favorable environment, so I'm not overly concerned about this area either. A little bit of a straight line wind event heading towards Lebanon, Missouri, though. Still a little bit of a wrap up down here to the, or moving through Fordland up to the northeast towards Marshfield, Grove Spring. You can still see this local rotation right there. So pay attention to that. I'm going to upload a video tomorrow morning because we have a crazy week ahead of us. Some severe weather tomorrow, but the main thing we're going to be talking about is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We could have multiple days with a high 5 out of 5 risk. Significantly strong tornadoes possible, very large hail. Threat for derechos. This is going to be a crazy 3-day stretch here. Maybe 4-day stretch, but I think 3-day stretch Tuesday to Thursday. Northern Plains, High Plains, up through the upper Midwest, and down towards the Great Lakes region. So, everyone, enjoy the rest of your night. And I will see you. You can catch my video in the morning, and then I'll see you guys on live. Should see you guys on live tomorrow night. Again, if you want to join my Discord, it's Connor's Climate Corner. You can go to any of my YouTube videos as well and just go into the description. It's completely free. Mods, I appreciate you. Everyone, I appreciate you being in here. See ya.